Hey, what is up guys? It's Stan here, back with another video. So several weeks ago, I put out a video about my thoughts on the 38-inch ultra-wide monitor I've got behind me, the LG 38GL950G monitor. And I've had some time with the monitor, about a month now, and I've been able to distill it down to 5 reasons why I love this monitor and why you may be interested in this monitor if you're in the market for an ultra-wide gaming display. So let's get into it. Alright, I get it. Let's just get it out of the way first. This monitor is expensive. Coming in at $1,700, that's not an insignificant amount of money. And since there seems to be a supply constraint, it's actually going for prices higher than that at some online retailers. But at 37.5 inches, that makes this ultra-wide monitor the biggest monitor that money can buy. And with a 38-inch, diagonal size, you have a resolution of 3840 by 1600, which is quite a bit bigger than the normal 3440 by 1400. You especially feel it in the vertical section because these ultra-wide monitors are very, very squished and wide, so the extra pixels that you get on the top and bottom feels very, very significant. And that 3 inches that you gain, it doesn't sound like much, but because of the length and the width and whatever, it just seems like it feels like it's a much bigger area that you get. So if you're looking for size and a higher resolution, this is the monitor for you. Now, the second thing I love about this monitor is that it is a full-fat G-Sync monitor. It's not a G-Sync compatible monitor. It actually has the G-Sync module built into the display. It has all the benefits of the low frame rate compensation along with the validation, along with all the other benefits of the G-Sync module that can't be found in just G-Sync compatible monitors. Now, that does make the monitor a little bit more expensive, but I was more than willing to pay the extra for the actual G-Sync module. And since this is one of the newest G-Sync modules with the latest firmware, it does have the capability to support FreeSync if you put in an AMD GPU into your system, so the flexibility of that is pretty nice. The third thing I love about this monitor is the LED backlight, and I don't mean the backlight on the display, I mean the LEDs on the back of the monitor known as the Sphere 2.0 lighting. The LEDs are bright and they're very, very colorful, and it's able to splash a lot of color on the back of the wall or on the wall behind the monitor, and it's a very cool effect. The way it rotates through the colors and the configurability of it is pretty nice, and it pairs up really well with my Philips Hue light strip under the table, so I get a pretty cool effect on the colors. The fourth thing I love about this monitor is that it is virtually silent. And you might be wondering, we're not talking about a computer here, we're talking about a monitor, but a lot of G-Sync monitors out there have a little fan inside, and these fans are known to be very high pitched or very loud or very distracting. I'm happy to say that the G-Sync module on this monitor, the fan is virtually silent. If you put your ear up against the monitor, you can hear a little teeny tiny hum, but more than a foot away, you basically can't hear it. And I was really worried about that at the very beginning, but I'm happy to say that it's not an issue at all, and I really, really like that my monitor is just not making any strange noises. The fifth thing you might want to consider when looking at an ultra-wide, and why you might want to consider this one, is the colors on the display. This display is a nano IPS panel from LG, and these displays are very, very vibrant in color. The colors are good, accurate, and the viewing angles are amazing. There are a lot of other ultra-wide monitors out there that are VA panels or even TN panels with lower resolutions and whatnot. These colors and just the vibrancy of them is good. Now, it's not HDR, high-end HDR good. It's only got an HDR 400 rating, which really doesn't count as much HDR at all. So, we'll ignore that. But for normal content, it looks great. And the backlight display is good, basically the whole viewing experience of this monitor is very good. So if visual quality is a high priority, this monitor will not disappoint. So those are the 5 reasons why I love this monitor, and if you're in the market for an ultra-wide, why you may want to consider one for yourself as well. That said, this monitor isn't perfect, so in the next video, I'll talk about the 5 things I dislike about this monitor, and if you want to see that video, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like button, and that bell notification for when that video goes live. Or perhaps I'll link it on the left hand here for you to click as well. So I'll see you guys in the next one.